Testing one, two. I learned five things after years of being the laughing stock, and it's not great. And not being understood by others is even far worse. The mental energy that gets drained by trying to be the person that the environment wants you to be is very huge. And the 99.8% of older people would actually tell you that if they had the opportunity to go back to their past lives, they would actually not care what others think of them, because it ties you to an environment with boring people and you end up having a depressing life because you are not who you truly are, and in turn it takes you to a place where you shouldn't be. For example, we have two huge mango trees that are already grown, and you are a maize plant growing in between those mango trees. Imagine being that maize plant, thinking that you are a mango tree, trying to grow up and be like those mango tree while you are a maize plant. At the end of the day, you are never going to be that mango tree, and you end up failing to be the best maize plant there is out there. Why? Because you are so hell bent into becoming that mango tree, and the environment you are as a maize plant in between mango trees is not supportive of your type, because the mango trees have deep, big roots that are just draining the nutrients off of you and the surrounding. And because that is not a suitable place for you, you end up getting drained even more and more and more. And you end up losing it all because you are never going to be a mango tree, and you would never be the best maize plant because you did not focus on being that maize plant, and your environment that you are isn't supportive. Whereas if you were a maize plant growing in the middle of tons of maize plants, you would actually to be the best maize plant you could. And because your environment is being supportive of that place, you end up being the best maize plant there is, because you're focused on being yourself and growing yourself as a person. And I struggled with that a lot for a couple of years back then, because I thought, you know, being able to fit in with the people I was surrounded with was the best thing ever. To be honest, being ridiculed is the worst thing to have as a kid. Yes. But, and because of that, I tried actually to become the person they would actually want me to be. I grew up in a situation whereby if you are not academically smart, you are a failure. If you cannot play football, you're not good at it, you are a failure. Like, those things are what determines you to be the top level kid at school and in our environment. I actually suck at playing football, and I am not that academically smart, because I wouldn't say I'm not smart, because we as a person, we have different ways that we exact our smartness. So by me not being academically smart doesn't mean I'm just dumb. Like, nah. So I was trying myself to be smart, in which I failed a lot, and I was trying to learn football so that I could fit in with those guys that actually think I'm super weird and somehow. And I end up failing as well. But the turning point for me was in COVID. That time, I was alone due to the lockdown. I spent a lot of my days at home, and that was when I got to know that, because before that I was getting dependent on the people around me. I couldn't be alone by myself. I couldn't just stay alone. I was just constantly going out trying to learn their ways and just fitting. But during that COVID-19 stuff, during that lockdown, I get to just, discover a deeper part of me. I got to know who I truly was, because back then I don't know what introvert and extrovert was and all those personality type stuff. So like I got into that. I was learning myself based on, the category I fell in. I learned a lot, and I now knew that actually I don't need others to like acknowledge me before I feel acknowledged. I don't need that. So, first of all, what I learned first was to be who I truly am. That was the first thing I learned. To be who I truly am, and the right people would eventually come. Because it's just like the maize plant. If you are the single maize plant in a field and you're trying to be the best maize plant you could, actually you just as time goes on you'll be, noticing some little maize plants trying to sprout. So trying to sprout, around your root or stem. And the second one is to know myself better. Knowing that will help you a lot to navigate through the thought of others and what others think of you. It will give you this sense of knowledge of who you are, what you truly want, and what you can take and what you cannot take. And the other thing, like the third one, is just to be at peace with your strengths and weaknesses. The more you become at peace with your strengths and weaknesses, the more you kind of accept yourself for who you are. Do your weird stuff without even bothering yourself with what others think of you and all that. And it's okay if others don't actually understand you. And that's the fourth thing I get to discover. No one, it's not everyone that's going to understand you. And it's not everyone that's going to get on your page. Someone would like you, someone will not like you, and someone will understand you. Some people will understand you and some people won't. Some people will like you and some people won't, and that's okay. That's life. You can never be the key to every single person's heart or happiness. No. There are certain people, like no one would. It's not everyone that like wearing hoodies. I love wearing hoodies, and people do tell me that I'm wearing hoodies during this hot season, and I'm like, yeah, I love it, and I don't care what you guys think of me, as long as it doesn't bother me, and I'm happy wearing it. So that's how it is. And the last but not the least is people come and go. You just have to learn how to let people go. You know, sometimes you get attached to a certain person thinking that they are the one, and they are not actually the one. They are just there draining your energy without you noticing, and they are not there for you. They are not meant for you, and they are not the best people for you. If you just let them go, you get room for others to come in, and that substitute might be the beginning, the end of a horrible relationship, but the beginning of the best relationship you might ever have in your life with others, not like romantic relationship, but with people. So that's what I've learned actually, and now I'm just being weird. I'll just, you know, even this video I'm creating, like I'm just creating it to be authentic and all that. I don't care what other people think of this video or whatnot, whether my voice is, because there are a lot of people that criticize. Even myself, I have criticized my voice a lot of the time, and now I don't care actually. If you like my voice, fine. If you don't, fine. I love my voice and I like the way it is, and I'm okay and I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful with it. Yeah, because I have a lot of, what should I say, imperfections, but I'm happy with it since I make a lot of mistakes talking in English, and because it's not my native language. So yeah, it is what it is, but I'll try my best to be best at it and leave the rest that I cannot control. That's just it. And thank you for watching this video. I freaking love you guys. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.